Welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be running through a Gameweek30 free hit draft. There's just 4 fixtures on this game week, so it's a good opportunity to use a free hit if your team needs it. If you've got 8 or 9 players with key assets covered, then you can get away without using it, as you're likely to gain more by using it later in the season. This week will be packed with FPL content, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a video, and like the video if you found it useful. Just before we jump in, today's video is sponsored by Spitch, which is a free app on both iOS and Android. A link to the app's at the top of the description. Spitch complements FPL very well. You create a lineup within the budget and you score points based on how they do. What sets it apart is you pick a fresh team every game week, almost like having a wildcard every week, and on top of that you can win cash prizes. You can even join mid-game week, so if you miss the early kickoff you're fine. I love the concept as it's a lot more fun than putting a bet on a game. However, since you can play for money, it's 18 plus only. It also supports the channel, so give it a try and see what you think. Thank you again to Spitch. To download the app, simply hit the link at the top of the description. Enjoy the video. So it's a 3-4-3 formation, and in goal at Schmeichel. There's a couple of other keepers you might consider, but the top 3 are all on par for predicted points, and it is a fixture I can see Leicester doing well in. Over the season they've only kept 5 clean sheets, which is very poor, though they've had 2 in their last 3 games played. The back 3 is Saiss, Reguilon and Tierney. You could make the case for Cody over Saiss, who did score in the last Wolves game, though there's very little to separate the two. With Sessegnon's injury until after the international break, Reguilon looks nailed. You could opt for Doherty instead, though I prefer Reguilon as he's the only left-footed option. In his last 2 appearances he has a goal and an assist, and over the last 4 matches played, Reguilon is top in the league among all defenders for expected goal involvement on 1.95 XGI. There's some great picks in the Arsenal defence. Tierney makes the draft to complete the defence. Over the season Arsenal have kept 12 clean sheets and have an expected goals conceded of 32, which ranks 6th best. They're a side who are on the up, and even if you're not on a free hit, their assets are worth considering, as they also stand a fair chance of doubling in Gameweek 33. Saka's another Arsenal asset representing good value for 6.6 mil. He's comfortably beaten his goal and assist total from last season in 600 less minutes, with 8 goals and 6 assists. He's one of the first names on the Arsenal team sheet. However, he did pick up a knock from a poor challenge in the Leicester game, so this is something to monitor. He was subbed off, though it looked precautionary. Son is a must-have player on a free hit. West Ham are still missing Soufal, so it's Johnson who he'll be up against down the left. Over the season, Son has 12.7 expected goals, which ranks 7th best among all mids. It's a big game for both sides as 3 points separates them, so it could be a cagey game, but Son has the ability to make the difference. We complete the midfield with a Leicester double up. One thing I really like about the free hit is it lets you take a 1-week pun, and the Leicester double up is a very good one. I back Leicester to get a result here, and the 2 mids have performed well. Over the last 6 matches, Barnes is first among the Leicester players for expected goal involvement, big chance involvement and touches in the penalty area. Maddison spent a few games on the bench recently, but he returned to the starting 11 in the Arsenal game, and he has 4 double-digit returns this season. With Hwang's withdrawal due to injury last match, Jimenez looks more nailed than he previously was, and he makes the front 3. Over the season, Leeds are second worst for expected goals conceded on 51.9 XGC. Likewise, over the last 4 games played, they rank second bottom, with only Norwich faring worse. We approach that time of the season where we have to start to consider what the teams and the players have to play for still. Wolves sit 2 points away from a Europa Conference League spot and 4 points away from Europa League. So Wolves are a side with still plenty to be motivated for. Lacazette completes the Arsenal triple up. He's emerged as a great option as Arsenal's only real option up top. He's also on penalty duties, as we saw in the Leicester game where he converted his. Arsenal are another side with everything to play for, and they have top 4 in the palm of their hands as long as they continue getting results. Lacazette gets the vice captaincy. Kane completes the 11 and he gets the armband. He looks the better player to own between him and Son at the moment. In Kane's first 14 games he had 1 goal and 1 assist, and in the games since he scored 10 times and assisted twice. Kane's in red hot form with 6 goals and an assist in his last 5 games, so if you have him, he's stand out as your captain pick and he's top for predicted points in Gameweek 30. On the bench it's Melia, Coutinho, Cody and Johnson. Rafinha is the notable omission from this team. Him and Coutinho are equal for predicted points, but Coutinho has more haul potential, though regardless he's only first on bench. You could make the case for dropping one of the Leicester mids if you're set on having Rafinha. You could also make the case for doubling up on Wolves' defence with Sarr on goal over Schmeichel, though they're about on par for predicted points, so that's perfectly fine too. If you found this video useful, please drop it a like and subscribe to support the channel if you're not already. Let me know what you think of the draft. See you soon for the next one.